888. I just wanted to pop on and do a few videos. I know that in the coming weeks I'm gonna likely be busy, so I may not have time to do videos um, as much, but I will do my best to create content for the few people who do watch currently. But um, nevertheless, I'm just going to work on being more consistent. Anyways, if I have not done my intro, I am Magical Shante 888. Thank you for joining me. Today's video will be about the money moves for the remainder of March. I am going to break it down by each element. So, starting off with fire, water, air, earth, and then we'll go from there. And I might do some other videos. Um, I did have some content ideas that I wrote down. Um, and so be on the lookout for those videos as well. I hope y'all are doing well. It is the full moon, so there's lots of full moon energy. I know I've been feeling it just with everything, like trying the process of trying to get things back together after they have not been where I would prefer for them to be. It's interesting. But nevertheless, it's coming together and I cannot complain. So here we are. So I am going to use my Egyptian tarot deck. This is the very first tarot deck that I bought, like probably like 4 years ago now. And I just started using it within the last like year or so. Whenever I first got it, I would pull cards when I was learning. But I just started like really practicing tarot. Like it's been an interest of mine, but this particular deck, when I got it, I think the energy that I had put into it initially was kind of like low key, like fear based, because I still had some Christian beliefs that I had to remove, you know. So I think I attracted some of the shit that was popping up in these cards, and most of it was just shit that I didn't understand, but it was relevant, you know. So this particular reading is going to be the money moves for the fire signs. Fire signs include Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And we will go ahead and get into it. And again, it's the money moves for the remainder of the month. Today is March 18th, Friday, March 18th. We only have a few more days until March is over, and that's gonna be that. And then here comes April. The year is really moving. So I hope that y'all are manifesting the things that y'all are wanting to manifest, putting down plans and getting things together. So that way, you know, you can be the best you and live your best life. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do mini reads. And I don't know, I might timestamp it for each sign, like Aries, Leo, and Sag, and or like I might not. So you just have to watch it because I feel like it's helpful as a whole, you know, to watch each one. So for Aries, we have the Three of Coins. All right. Ace of Cups. Okay. Seven of Coins. Queen of Coins. Lots of coins. Could be dealing with an earth sign. The Chariot and the Nine of Staffs or Wands. Okay. And we have two sevens. Let's see. And a nine. Let's see. Okay. So, oh, and the Ace of Coins. Yes, Aries. Like, y'all really got some shit coming, and I am here for it. I love to see people getting things together, winning, all of that. I love it. So for the Three of Coins, what I'm feeling is that there is, since we're talking about money, definitely, you can see it here, green. So there's some sort of either job opportunity or financial opportunity, business, whatever, investment um, that looks like is coming through. Either you've been talking about doing some investing, or you had the idea, same thing, talking, thinking, all of that. And or maybe you have like a family member and someone was like, hey, like I have this, like that Forex bullshit. Like I won't call it bullshit because I hear that it's really helpful, but every time I've had an encounter with it, it's been real gimmicky, and it seems like one of those schemes, like the pyramid schemes. And I don't like that shit. I don't like somebody to be like forcing me to do something. Like they came at me like, wanting me to be a part of their team so that I could do it, and I was considering it because, the money and just really, really, really to learn to invest. So I'm picking up investing energy. So some of you guys may be getting into stocks and trades and even things like 401k plans. Like my last job we set up accounts for investments, investment funds and all that stuff, and I learned a little bit. So whenever it is time for me to invest some things, I have a little bit of knowledge, but not enough to just get out there on my own and do it. So you could be talking to someone who is an investor, and thinking about if this is going to be something that you want to do. Um, Whatever you put into it is what you will get back for sure. If it's not an investment, some sort of return that you're looking for, you will get it back. With the Nine of Staffs, I feel like it's been a long time coming. So it may be something that you invest or you invested in the past. Like I said, you might be getting something back for it. So let's say you invested something right when the pandemic hit, because that's when all of this stuff, like, not that's when all of this stuff, because people who are wealthy understand the market and how it works. And it's very, very important if you're going to be investing to learn all that stuff. So you could have invested something kind of haphazardly a couple years ago and you're getting a return and it's a big one. And you kind of put in a big amount of money. It was kind of a risk. That's what investing is. It's a risk a lot of the times, because it fluctuates. And this Nine of Staffs, I'm getting, maybe you were viewing the market and it was fluctuating, and you were questioning, like, did I make the right decision? Like, should I have made that decision? And the answer is yes, because you have Ace of Cups, and which I'm hearing is like wish fulfillment. Just looking at the cup, and the Ace of Coins, which is a new beginning with money. And then the Chariot, so something moving forward. So whatever it is that you were putting the work into, um, investment wise, it's going to work. If it's not an investment, it's a business deal. If you had been thinking about doing business with somebody for the last couple years, you finally come up with the answer. You thought about it. You took your time, really thought about it. Looked at the market for the business that you were considering going into to see if it fluctuates. And you decided, yeah, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna go through with it. So if you've been thinking about something, based off of what I have, Spirit is saying yes to go ahead and go through with it because it's going to work. Now, it's one of those things to where I just mentioned with the Seven of Coins, you get what you put into it. So if you put half-ass work into it, you might only get a half-ass result. And that's just with everything across the board, and I'm even learning that. But what you put into it is what you'll get back. with the business, also like understanding that sometimes things will be high, like you'll have high clientele, and other months it might not be as high. But I'm hearing to save so that way, whenever you do have those times and the clients do not come through, you're able to still have some sort of a backup plan. That's also kind of what I'm getting with this Nine of Staffs. Because it's like he's looking at the staff that he has, like, but he also has something lined up. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. And even with the Three of Coins, even though Three of Coins typically speaks of like business deals and things of that nature, he kind of reminds me of the Hierophant. So again, if it's something having to do with learning a new skill so that you can start a new business, I just heard taxes. I keep on hearing taxes. If you're looking to learn a new skill or something, you will find the right person to teach you so that way you can learn, obtain the knowledge, and move forward and start your own business. Maybe you're taking an e-course to be able to start an online business or some sort, or whatever it is that you're doing. It looks like it's going to be prosperous. And this is for March, but I tentatively think that my readings are timeless because you could be experiencing this now. It could happen in 6 months. It could have already happened. Any of that. Like, take it as it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. All right. So that's for you, Aries. Let me get my clarification cards. Oh, all right. So we have positive attitude, and that is a Grabavoy code 704087779. You can say that Grabavoy code if you're feeling some kind of way and you need to keep a positive attitude. I'm feeling like that's going to be for the Nine of Staffs. And then we have Hermit mode, Cloak mode, the Chariot. Moving forward, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're working on, I advise to keep the talks of it to a minimum. Um, Whatever is for you is always going to be for you. Nobody can take anything from you. That's already yours. But always understand that people around you are not always going to be happy for you and don't always want for you to be winning. So, you pop out when it's time for you to pop out. But for the most part, just keep the talk of it to a minimum is what I'm hearing. Okay. For the Three of Coins, I got the Earth. So this could be something that goes either worldwide and or you're dealing with an Earth sign when doing this business deal, and or you just need to stay grounded, especially with that positive attitude and cloak mode. Keep it underground. You'll know when it's time for you to pop out. Booked and busy, baby. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is for the Ace of Cups. So you are going to be booked and busy. And that is wonderful. Okay. And once you put in that hard work, you will be receiving this new car, new home, new money. Everything that you have been asking for is going to be coming together. And maybe even some love offers. And or this just could be passion for the business that you have, that you're working on. Let's see. Yep. Create something. And there's a grab away code at the bottom of this. And the grab away code is 49181731948 to create. All right, so yeah, you guys are really tapping into some root chakra energy. Um, Remember to stay grounded, drink water, understand that you have so many blessings coming. Like Aries, y'all are really, really fortunate to have the blessings that you have. And it's because you've been putting in the work. And I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. If nobody has told you, I'm proud of you. All right? I hope y'all enjoyed y'all's reading. I'm going to go on to Leo, starting at 16 minutes. All right, Leo, thank you. Spirit, please give me messages that I need for the signs of Leo regarding the money moves for the remainder of March 2022. All right. So we have the Six of Cups for Leo. I just heard building a foundation. We have Temperance. You could be dealing with the Sagittarius. We have Judgment. The Hanged Man. Queen of Cups. And the Page of Cups. And the Four of Staffs at the bottom. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. With the Four of Staffs, I hear commitment. With the Six of Cups, it definitely looks like there is a momentum that is building up. There's a momentum building up. There's lots of cups. Lots of cups. Oh, okay. And this was the Queen of Coins. I'm sorry. I said Queen of Cups. Queen of Coins. It is. Let me see. Six of Cups. Temperance. Judgment. All right, so there are obvious new beginnings, things wanting to come in with the Page of Cups. That's a brand new page to start over with a job opportunity, with a partnership, obviously to build some sort of financial momentum. Whatever this is spirit led. I'm seeing the Judgment card. To me, Judgment is spirit saying, like, you know, this is it. And with the Temperance, yes, also. With the Hanged Man, this was something that you had been thinking about, possibly worried about. Look at his face. He looks concerned. But you're coming back to get the bag. Like, the bag is yours. you got it. Like, there's new beginnings, great things. With the Four of Staffs, that also to me signals some sort of stability, almost similar to the Four of Coins. Even though sometimes the Four of Coins, it varies. It just depends on the energy and the reading. But I'm getting stability. Fruitful. Um, like, it's fruitful. I don't know. Those look like grapes to me. They may not be grapes, but they look like grapes. Yeah. So you're coming back to get the bag. You may have felt stagnated, as I was mentioning about myself earlier. Us Leos may have felt stagnated in other situations, even if it's not regarding your money. Maybe it's love, maybe it's, whatever. But since we are talking about money, um, that's kind of the energy. We have needed to have this temperance energy of balancing, when to go, when to stop, understanding the ebb and flow of life, um, and just understanding that it is within our divine right to go get what it is that we want to get. And we got it. All right. So we have something will grow from all that you're going through, and it will be you. And I have that. It fell in the hangman. So whatever you've been contemplating, whatever you've been thinking about, something will grow from it. And with all of these cups and with the way that the temperance is looking, you see how she has all of those, like, there's water, there's a lot of things to grow here. So plant your seeds. Even with this, the Page of Cups, it's a brand new beginning. He has fertile lands around him. He has water. There's a fish, like, and there's some land back there. Like, there's a lot to look forward to. And with the Queen of Coins, the rabbit definitely represents, fertile things, good luck. You know how we use the rabbit's foot for good luck. Things of that nature. So there's things that you are working towards. You are building your momentum. You've had the patience, even though it's not super easy to do. And you're finally getting to where it is that you need to get after what feels like a century. And I feel you. All right. And we have Coral Sunrise, together elate, and start a blessed new life. And then we have Fall. So I feel like Fall goes over the Six of Cups. Perhaps a situation could have occurred in Fall and or could occur in Fall to catapult you to be in this particular position. Even though I'm speaking of it now, I've already mentioned that my readings, I feel, are timeless. And, there's no real time frame for them. We have energy vampire alert. Remember, this can also simply be energy not being reciprocated on top of the temperance. So yeah, even though you may not have been like vamping your own energy intentionally, it could be your thoughts. It could be the things that you're intaking. It could be social media. It could be any of that. The things that you are allowing to siphon your energy. It could be a conversation with somebody and they were just saying some real fucked up shit and you didn't have the ability at that time to like block what they were saying. I've said this before in other videos, but whenever I'm talking to somebody and they are speaking shit and it's just like I don't necessarily agree with it, and it's not because I'm not agreeing with it from an ego standpoint, it's because it just doesn't resonate with my soul. And therefore, I'm learning to just like block and just like return that shit, alchemizing it, because it can seep into you and it could seep into your subconscious. And therefore, you're feeling exhausted and you can't figure out why you're feeling so tired. But you have to replay that conversation that you had with that person that was vamping off of you. They didn't even realize that they were fucking doing it. They have their own fucked up ways and fucked up things about them that they just didn't realize that they were doing it. So we have to work on not allowing people to vamp off of our energy, especially when we were vibrating high and working on our shit. You know what I mean? Don't fall off the path for people and their misunderstandings about life. And we have judgment. Create something to go on top of judgment. This is spirit led. Spirit has told you, like, okay, get to work. Like, create something so that you can really create this generational wealth that you're wanting to obtain. If not, like, how can we help you? And for the Queen of Coins, we have taking care of myself is not selfish. It is necessary for me to be a great mom. And I always say a great parent, great dad, great whoever, a great person. It doesn't have to be limited to a mom. And that's that. So we have to be making sure that we take care of ourselves, especially with this being underneath this energy vamp alert. Make sure that we are replenishing ourselves, because it's easy for people to try to project. When they're unhappy with things in their life, it's easy for them to project. And we have love is meant to be everywhere for the Page of Cups. But I'm going to pull one more and see if I can get something regarding money. Meet people where they are, but also leave their ass if need be with that Page of Cups. And period. Transmute energy so that it falls in line with you. That is our focal point when it comes to obtaining money. Because we obviously have things that are coming. There are new opportunities that are presenting itself all the time. But there are people around us sometimes that are not as happy because they have been used to us being in a particular place. And it makes them feel uncomfortable to know that you might not need them as much, or for them to, they just feel insecure for whatever reason. That's not your problem. Like, all you can do is focus on you and work on you and the things that you need to do for you. Period. Okay? Um and it's easy to get caught up in that when it's somebody that you care about, friends, family, whomever. It's easy to get caught up in that, but we have to learn to transmute the energy and remove ourselves out of that situation whenever we feel it even occurring. I'm learning to, oh, excuse me if I spit. I'm learning to literally transmute the energy. Like, I can pick up on a person's vibe through a text message. I can tell, this person's tripping. So let me go ahead and just put my fucking shield up because I'm not in the mood to deal with their shit. And really, it's taught me how to do that. Like, dealing with situations like that, dealing with people like that has really taught me how to protect myself even more. So work on that. Work on calling your energy back. I have to do it all the time, after I've exerted too much energy with a person, too many conversations, too many back and forths. Like, I'm not doing it anymore. I said what I said. You can apologize. That's cool. But it's noted. Just understand that. That's it. So yeah, that's the message for the Leos. So make sure that we're transmuting our energy, protecting our energy, shielding yourselves from the energy vampires, and just staying focused, creating all of that. All right, so that is it for Leo. I am going to go on to Sagittarius at 30 minutes. Spirit, what messages do you have for Sagittarius? And keep in mind, guys, that my readings are for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements, wherever it falls in your chart. That's why it's important to look at like all of the videos with all of the elements, because we tentatively have like all of the elements and different placements in each element. So be open to that. I mean, if you want to just look at your sun and moon, that's cool, whatever it is. But understand that each placement, like Venus is love and like, I believe it's like money and stuff too. Just like Jupiter is like expansion. Like just looking at where what sign is in each placement is helpful to help you navigate a little bit more. Now, I'm not a person who's just like such a stickler on astrology and stuff, but it's helpful. Like it really is helpful when you really think about it, and when you start to understand the different signs and the planets and how they align and how it can work for you. It's helpful. I still recommend definitely to be logical about shit, but it is a tool. But some people abuse things, so just don't get so caught up in it, like to where it's just your end all be all. But if it works for you, let it work, and that is what it is. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Sagittarius. Ace of Staffs. I'm hearing a new adventure, and I'm hearing Moana. I can't remember what the song is. It's like something like the wind and the sea, it calls me. No one knows how far it goes. Sorry, I had a phone call. After Sagittarius, I'm gonna have to pause and return that phone call. All right, so far, there's some sort of new journey that you Sagittariuses are wanting to go on, or you're already on. Yep, and we have the world. Yep, new beginnings. Could be worldwide travel. You could be getting flued out. If you are taking me with you, because I've been trying to get flued out. I've been trying to find myself out, but you know what I mean. We have the Five of Swords. So you could be being flown out to kind of escape something. But you know what? I don't feel like it's a negative escape. It's like it's the great escape. Like Gwen Stefani. Yeah, Ace of Coins. Maybe you are trying something different. Like you're going on an adventure, being open to try something new. And at first that might feel a little bit difficult, because on the Five of Swords, I'm looking at him and he looks a little worried about carrying the swords that he has away. He looks a little hesitant. And we have the Queen of Staffs. And the Seven of Cups. Yeah, you might feel like, you could be wanting something new, wanting to try something new, but you're just like, oh, I don't know, like, if I do this, then I have to uproot everything, and I just don't know. And it's like, no, just go for it, because You need to. If not, you're going to be ending up in this position to where you may be forced to walk away from something. Yeah, and we have the star. So, you could be partnering or dealing with an Aquarius. This could have occurred in Aquarius season, and or you've been having dreams about traveling, and or you're just getting the wish fulfillment of being able to travel. Let me see. Whatever it is that you're doing, you have protection, and you are going to be successful as long as you stay away from illusions of what other people are doing. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. It is solely your journey, and you need to just get through it. Don't be worried about how you'll get there. You just have to do it. Yeah, just don't be worried. Don't dim your light. Spirit is going to guide you with whatever way you choose to go. Like, they have already narrowed the path for you. And it is obviously a path that is not traveled, it's the road less traveled. But that's good for you because you're breaking generational curses as you choose to step into that. Um, do not be disillusioned. Do not be disillusioned. Yeah. Speak no evil. Don't speak ill on yourself, and or, as I was just telling Leos, transmute that energy, make it work for you. Um, mm-hmm. See abundance everywhere. 318798 for the Ace of Staffs. Whatever it is that you choose to do, Spirit is guiding you. They're leading you towards something new. Choose, forgive, humble, love, be. Release old pains and be empowered. And that is on top of the world. Together, find, count, divine. Say that 22 times. That is a Grab a Boy code. And that is on top of the Five of Swords. You got lots of money coming in. Like, Spirit is basically telling you, do not be worried. Do not fear. Mm-hmm. With the Ace of Coins, in order to get to this bag, whenever you're making this move or making this decision to do something different, remember that comparing yourself to another is only an insult to you. And for the Queen of Staffs, understand me, I have no time for things that have no soul. You manifest your life in the present now with that Seven of Cups. Do not be disillusioned. Stay focused and manifest what it is that you want now instead of spending time comparing yourself to others. I said that. And thinking that you have to compete with the next person because the competition is only you. All that you should be worried about is you. And staying in your lane and getting your bag. That is what you should be worried about. That's it. With the star, it says just say yes. So whatever it is that you were wishing for, say yes. Work through it. Take that chance. Take that leap. Quantum leap. And get through it. Yep. Just go with the flow. There's lots of water in here, and it is requiring you to surrender to the divine, go with the flow, and just understand that you've already shared with them what it is that you want. They are now going to align you to assist you with executing what it is that you want, but you have to be able to go with the flow. If you don't, then you end up in this energy going against the divine, like questioning the divine when they already said what they said. You said what you wanted, and now they're telling you what it is that you have to do. And sometimes it's not shit that we want to do. All right, so to close out the reading as a whole, I'm going to pull some cards from the African goddesses. Goddesses, what messages do you have for the fire signs? Collective, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. One card for each. Or however many come out. All right. We have surrender. We have creativity. So fitting for the fire signs. And harvest. Absolutely. All right, let me get one more. So this is just the collective one. Surrender to creativity so that you can get your harvest. All right, and let's see. Spirit, please give me a message for the Aries. Please give me a card for the Aries. Etheric cords. So there are things that need to be cut out. Habits, ideas, shame, lack. Cut those etheric cords, Aries. Spirit, please give me a message for the Leos. What do Leos tap into your intuition? Spirit, please give me a message for the Sagittarius. Radical rebirth. All right. And at the bottom, we have live out loud. Absolutely. So fitting for the fire sign. So, Spirit has asked the fire sign to surrender to creativity so that way we can get our harvest. Aries, you are being asked to cut any etheric cords so that you can get your abundance. Leo, we are being asked to tap into our intuition, do third eye um, candle work or mantras, crown work, really all of your chakras in order to tap into your intuition. Um, and then for the Sagittarians, we have number 5, radical rebirth. So whatever it is that you're choosing to do, we had the world. There are new beginnings. There are things that are coming together. I even said change 555. So there is so much that you have to look forward to, but you have to be able to be in alignment with what it is that you want. And it usually will require some sort of radical rebirth because what I was getting like with the world and all of the other cards, it felt like there was some sort of a download, or you just kind of woke up. Maybe you had a dream, like I said, with the star sign, with the star card, or you've had this idea for a while and you just didn't know how to put it together. I heard promote, whatever it is, you didn't know how to put it together. But spirit is aligning you, so you have to allow yourself to go with the flow so that way they can assist you better. So that way you can get to where you want to get with this harvest. So that way you have the energy to create. Surrender to the divine. Like it goes for everybody. We all need to surrender so that way we can tap into our creativity, so that way we can harvest. And that's big, period. All right. Um, I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. Again, I may timestamp it. I did say it in the video, but I might timestamp it. I may not. I don't know. Make sure that you like, share, comment, subscribe. You can also donate to my channel via PayPal or Cash App. If I think about it, then I'll link all that information. If not, it should be in some of my older videos, but we'll see. Yeah, I hope that y'all have a good week or weekend because it's Friday. Celebrate yourself. And I will probably go on to do the water signs. If I can get to the other signs, then I will get to those as well. But I think I'm going to do the water signs. I do have to take a break so I have to take this phone call. But I really, really, really appreciate y'all. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And yeah, I'm Magical Shante 888, and I'm out.